Travis Wayne Goodsell. Follow up to the lawsuits. The clerks notified me this morning of Rule 15A2 that requires me to turn in a motion for leave after the First Amendment if I'm going to file another amended complaint. So Second Amendment amended complaint has to be approved of by the court. I've been putting justice to be reassigned on everything, and got that taken care of, as I had to resubmit it right before the final bell, as they close at 4:30, and it's 4:30 now, to have it in PDF form rather than Word form. So that's strange that they require that. But nonetheless, clerk said it, I did it. But it's interesting that the clerk notified me of the rule this time. So, yeah. They're on their best behavior again. The other thing I had to submit was the landlord is sending a person to occupy the office again. And so I submitted to the court the evidence that Samantha Hanson, the property manager's admission of future threat to my life is being fulfilled with his presence in the office. And so notified their lawyer and submitted that in PDF along with the form in PDF to add it as evidence. You have the right to remain silent and the right to stop committing crime if you want to help your case. The property manager and the landlord just don't care. They just don't care. They want me gone. So I informed them that not only is his presence illegal, his presence is also a death threat to me, as we are in a viral pandemic, and as he is illegally occupying the building, he is an outsider who could be transmitting the virus, thus threatening my life. And also informed the lawyer and thus the court of my lease that Samantha Hanson had sent to me to be up for renewal. And I said, I certainly hope there's no language that has me subjected to the threats, that the future threats that Samantha had alluded to by the landlord. And yeah, so she has not been terminated, pointed that out, because she gave me the lease paperwork, and I also pointed out that I hope no language is in the lease which would be a trap to threaten my life. So, yeah, that's what we get to do since there's no exodus on the last day of the first month of the new year. But as I went over Exodus again, 11 and 12 talk about the event. And the list of plagues, as people refer to them, are not in the exact order as they've occurred currently, these days and times. And so, yeah, there's frustrates me because it's chapter 13 that I got my information that it was in the first month that the Exodus was to occur. As 13 or 11 and 12 are the event that occurred, and 13 is supposed to be the holy day that is supposed to be remembered year after year. And thus Passover is in springtime rather than in the fall, because of the way the Jews have assigned it. Whether or not Abib was actually in the spring, which it likely could be, because that was the original name, but the Jews have adopted the Babylonian calendar system with Nisan, however they pronounce it, Nisan, as the first month instead. And so I can't see the Exodus occurring at Passover 2021. We're in for a lot of hurt if that's how long it's going to take. Because we have an election coming up where our current incumbent has already threatened, and he always makes good on his threats, to establish martial law on election day so that he will not lose, despite his purposely tanking any possibility of him legitimately winning. He's purposely tanking the election, causing harm, murdering his own constituents, financially ruining his own base, his own constituents. It's just, yeah, I don't understand why Trump followers still want to follow Trump when he's purposely trying to murder them. But Mormons still cling to the prophets as they are trying to murder them. So the brainwashing is quite intense, I guess. But, you know, we'll see what happens, I guess. But that's an update on what's going on. An exodus has to occur, because if there is no exodus, there is no Zion. And if there is no Zion, there is no place of peace, safety, and refuge. And if there is no city of peace, safety, and refuge, we'll have to take the sword to defend our lives, as the scripture says. Doctrine and Covenants, section 45. I think 63. There's several different bombshells in that chapter that Mormons all miss, or not put them all together. But I mean, yeah, if you've got martial law, if you've got these white supremacist militias and terrorist groups out on our streets assisting martial law soldiers, National Guardsmen and whoever else, FBI and other government officials, it's going to be total chaos. I mean, Democrats aren't known for their guns and their use of self-defense. They are more known for not having a spine and cowering in fear. And that disturbs me. This is a time for patriots to stand up against the domestic terrorist threat, who are puppets of a foreign terrorist threat to our nation. I know Antifa tried. Trump shot them down immediately, labeling them domestic terrorists, as he's been also trying to divert from his white supremacist tendencies to blame Antifa as a domestic terrorist organization. But Antifa, anti-fascist. They're supposed to be the good guys. Of course, the church, as I did the other video, and I found that Wikipedia is allowing anti-Mormon in their texts because the church put it in, and then define anti-Mormon contrary to the definition of anti. It's no wonder. So, Smiths did, however, get a new supply of the monster cereals. So I am only 3 sets short of the full sets that I intended to get. You know, a set each and every single time I go to the grocery store. A set of 3. That's all they have. Apparently there used to be a Mummy monster cereal. Where's the Mummy monster cereal, guys? So, but the 3 are fine. I was able to make the last year's purchases of the monster cereals last me until the middle of May. So that was awesome. They sell them right up until the 31st, or when the supply runs out the week of, if not the 2 weeks of. So they got a new shipment in, so whenever this shipment runs out, or the 31st, whichever comes first, that'll be it. And it was mostly fully stocked. Somebody tried to hide some missing stuff, but yeah, I was able to get 4 sets. I can't carry any more without. No, I can't. It's just, we got them boxed, and I can't carry them. So 3 short, which means the next time I go, I'll have to get 4 sets. If there is any. And so next week is my final time to get any. So it's not likely to last into May next year, but this is the only time to get it. And it may be the last time we ever get it, if we are going to end up in a full, complete, utter collapse of government, which means economy, business failures, etc. So just as long as somebody obtains the General Mills cereal recipes, we'll be just fine in the ashes. We'll have to have somebody who knows how to build the manufacturing plant so that we can get the ingredients and make it. But what a horror of a life we're living in. All right, that's it.